Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 19 here on Ravenport. So, looks like our field 14 here is completely ready to harvest. We went ahead and got field 7 finished. They said no, we want to go ahead and get it done tonight, so I just got that knocked out real quick. Brought everything back over, and about time that we go ahead and get the very first field we ever bought harvested. So we'll go ahead and turn on the combine. Get some lights because it is still a little bit dark out here. Get it unfolded, and once it's unfolded, we should be ready to go. Go ahead and turn her on. And this is going to yield really well. I'm actually really excited. So, after we get this taken care of, I did look. Field 15 is going to need lime, so what I will do, it also needs plowing. So, once this is finished being harvested, I'll go ahead and combine the fields. We'll get them both completely plowed, and then make sure they're limed and ready to go. That way they're both on the same schedule, same cycle. I'm actually kind of interested to see if we're going to need more than one trip to get all of this wheat sold. Just from that small, tiny little headland, we are almost 20% full in the hopper. I mean, this stuff is yielding incredibly high. Not going to complain, it's that much more money, but it's definitely a bit of a shock to see, especially when we were doing soybeans over on field 7. So with that, I will see you guys in just a second when it's time to sell. Looks like we have just one more quick little swath that we have to pick up, and we should be good to go on this field. Like we should have just shy of 14,000 liters of wheat that we are going to sell. Go ahead and shut off the combine, shut off the header. Go ahead and start getting the pipe out. The last little bit into there. So take a look real quick and see where the best price for wheat is. It looks like it's going to be over here at the port grain elevator, nearly 400 per 1,000 liters. So have the combine completely empty. Go ahead and just not move it completely out of the way, but just out of the way enough, not put the header back on the trailer. So we'll go ahead and jump out of there. Hop in the tractor, and you can see the port grain elevator is all the way over there. So we'll go ahead and start the quick drive over there. Yeah, we're about 13.7 thousand liters. So not too bad of a harvest. It'll be really good once we get field 15 worked as well. And field 14 is one of the smaller fields on the map, I believe. Like, it's not quite as small as 24, 25, 26, but it's definitely pretty small, especially compared to field 7, field 8, all of those. Now, you guys see that we do have the same 6M that we had in the previous episode. I tried to look into getting a new tractor, but unfortunately, We just do not have quite enough money. However, since we're going to combine fields 14 and 15, I did go ahead, one, I bought a plow. Only got the smallest one just because of horsepower requirements. But number two, I did go ahead, trade in our small little Cultimer cultivator for a 5-meter wide disc harrow, which I think is going to definitely be a huge upgrade, going from 3 meters to 5 meters. It'll still take a good amount of time, just because we can't afford a larger one quite yet, but it'll definitely be better than keeping the one we had, and it wasn't too much more expensive either. I think we're only out about $10,000 once you count the trade-in difference. So definitely a worthwhile investment. Kind of wondering why I didn't just buy it in the first place, but your guess is as good as mine on that one. So it looks like we are almost over here to the port grain elevator. This is the one that it said was the best, right? I did not mean to jump out. Yeah, the port grain elevator. In fact, it's actually going up slightly. So just have to get inside here. The gates are definitely a little weird. Doesn't look like they should just be open like that. But anyway, we're right here. We will go ahead and get this wheat sold. See how much we can get out of it. We should get a fair amount, probably around $5,200, a little more than that. And the final number is $5,462. Not too bad for that field. Not bad at all. So I'll go drop this trailer off. We need to go pick up some lime for our fields. And I will see you guys when it's time to lime them. Alright, we are back with the lime. Now, before we go ahead and spray, we'll spread the lime. I will combine the fields just to make sure that we don't have to worry about any of that. So, got the plow. Go ahead and allow it to create fields. Apparently I missed a tiny piece of wheat. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. It's so small anyway. Then drop the plow. We'll get it aligned here. We can go ahead and start connecting these fields. A little bit more to the right. I'm really a little OCD about this kind of thing, with the lines being pretty close. And once we get the edges done over here, it becomes quite a bit easier. Fill in the middle. Come on. You know you want to. There we go. Alright, we've got that edge done. Now we just have to do this one over here. Once I have it done, I will see you guys once we are done getting the edge set. And when we are ready to run some lime onto these fields. Getting close over here. Alright, we've got that edge. See you guys in a second when we need to lime it. Alright, got that completely plowed, so we now have one, not large, but larger field instead of two smaller ones, and it's a tiny bit more yield. We have that little bit more fertile ground, arable land, whatever you want to call it. So once we get this plow put back into this little cubby, we'll be good to go ahead and start spreading lime on our brand new, somewhat biggish field. I'm curious to see exactly how much lime this is going to take. I did see that it takes quite a bit more lime than it does actual fertilizer. So do a quick spread here. The good news is it does still have the same spreading width. We just need to go across and get this all taken care of really quickly. And then once we have the lime on the land, we'll be able to plow it in. And once it's plowed in, should be good to go ahead and get this field cultivated really quickly and planted with something else. Now, I haven't decided what we're going to plant, but wow, this lime is going by really quickly. But probably not going to do wheat just because that's what we've already done once. Maybe we can do soybeans or canola, something such as that. Make this corner. We might actually have to go back to the store and buy more lime. I did not expect that. Wow. We can go ahead and turn it off. Oh, we make the turn. Yeah, we're already through almost a third of what we bought. That is incredible. But, what can you do? Lime's really cheap. I mean, it's quarter the price of fertilizer, which is insane. And I do not want to miss that little section there. I don't care if I'm going to have to waste a little bit. I want my field completely limed. Because I am OCD about it right now. Especially since it's a brand new field that we have never limed up before. So there we go, getting that little strip. Definitely wasting a little bit in the process, but perfection, that's the cost. So we're already coming up on the base and we are almost halfway through all of our lime. Which is still insane to me. So if I have to make a run to the store, I'm not going to bore you guys with going through there. I'll just run it and then pick it right back up. Which I have a feeling I'm probably going to have to do. Alright, so we have one pass done. We'll go ahead and just go right with another headlandish route here. So that might be able to save us from having to make that lime run. But we'll see. Should actually be right around probably halfway done with this field now, once you consider the fact that it's a smaller radius on the inside. Still do need to hit that tiny little spot where I didn't headland it. And just do a 3-point turn. But that won't take long at all. That won't take much. There we go with that one. We'll have to do a really wide turn here for this. We're 3/4 of the way through all the lime we bought. Yeah, we're gonna need more. Done up in this corner. So I'm curious to see how much field 16 costs, because that's the next thing that I would like to buy. It's field 16. Go ahead and connect it as well in the future. We are coming up on the end of this pass. Oh, it's going to leave us with just that tiny little sliver. I'm going to have to buy an entire bag of lime for it and find a place to store the lime, aren't I? That's great. I'm actually kind of curious if you can use, say, if there's some kind of cultivator that would allow you to just cultivate the lime straight into the ground. That's actually something that would be something interesting. Like, I know you can do that with dry fertilizer, but you can't, but I don't see why you couldn't do it with lime as well. So we ran out. I'm gonna buy 2 bags to be safe. I will see you guys once we get back here to the field so that we can finish it up and then get plowing. And we have returned with some more lime so that we can get this finished up really quickly. Shouldn't take too long. I think only 1, maybe 2 more passes once we're finished with this one. So shouldn't even need all the lime that we bought. Heck, we might not even have needed that second bag, but better safe than sorry so we don't have to make another run over to the store. I'm still kind of on the fence of if, I get the need for lime, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of curious, is it necessarily needed? Like, they changed the way plowing is as far as what crops you need to do it after all that. I'm curious, what the rule is on lime usage for farms. Like, is there a specific time that you need to use it? And I think it's kind of surprising that they did just a simple every 3 harvests that you need to lime it instead of, well, this crop is, say, acidic, so we need to use lime, or vice versa. So just a one tiny little sliver up top that we missed. Probably could have hit it if I'd been a little bit more careful, but I didn't, so we get to go back and do it. So let's go ahead. Let's go across a little bit so we don't have to use quite as much. There we go. So we did end up needing that second bag on our second trip. I did not think it was going to take quite that much. So we are running out of room in our little area over there, which you can see by where our solid fertilizer bags are. So go ahead. Oh, it's going to plop it down all the way over there. Nice. Go ahead and get in here. Get the fertilizer spreader put back over here. We're not going to fill it quite yet. We don't need to at this time. And if you could hear that, sounds like my house is about to get hit by a tornado or something. It is just absolutely windy as hell out here today. So we'll go ahead and get it plowed. So just sit back, enjoy the show, and hopefully my house survives this. Alright, this plowing is taking a ridiculously long time. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy a subsoiler in the future, since those work the same as a plow, only you can't create a field with them. But for your guys' sake and my sake, I'm going to go ahead and just finish this up real quick, and I will see you once we are done plowing this field. Alright, so that field is completely plowed. I did go ahead and buy a subsoiler, and I cultivated it as well, since the subsoiler does cultivation. I did not realize that. So, to end the episode, I'm going to go ahead and fertilize it. This field took an extremely long time, way longer than I ever thought it would. So, just sit back, enjoy the ride, watch that soil get a little darker as we fertilize it. Apparently these spots can't be fertilized. Good to know. Actually, let's look at the map real quick. Take a quick break. Okay, I see what it is. It looks like we've probably sprayed them in the past before, so they're just going to automatically already be done. So don't need to worry about that. That's awesome. Not going to save us any fertilizer, but it's awesome to know that. We are right here about to be finished with all of this fertilizing for this field. Now we'll have to do it again once we get the plants themselves in the ground, once they get up a little bit, or to get the maximum bonus, but it shouldn't be too bad at all. So I'll go ahead and park this real quick. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know, what you like about the series so far. I'm really hoping to get field 16 pretty quickly. No, I'm not putting any fertilizer in there. Definitely was a long day on the farm today. So, anyway, hope to see you guys on the next video.